notebook. So I will discuss today the practical on stack. In the previous class, I told you what is a stack. Stack is a data structure in which the insertion and deletion of an element can be occurred only at one end, means at the top of the stack, means you can remove that element only which is inserted at the end, at the last. So it is also called a last in first out data structure, means the item which is inserted at the last will be removed first. And so many real time, real world problems we have discussed. Example, we have discussed about the stack. For example, the piles of books. So when you arrange the books in a piles one upon another, you can remove the top books only, and then if you want to insert a new book on that pile, you can insert at the last only. So today I will discuss about one practical problem. That practical problem you have to write in your practical notebook. So I hope you are ready with your notebook and pen and write down the practical. I am sharing my entire screen so that you can see what I am typing. So I am presenting my screen by clicking on sharing entire screen. Now you can see what is displaying on my desktop. I am opening the Python standard editor. So this Python standard editor is opening. You can see this is a Python 3.8.0 version. You can download the latest version of Python from the internet, and this is an interactive mode. I want to open the file in scripting mode. So I'm opening the file. And note down today's practical. Write a program to create
practical number 3.
Okay. Write a program to create a stack called employee to perform the basic operation. On a stack using list. So I enclosed all these 3 lines in triple quotes. You know that triple quote is used to write multi-line comments in Python, and the comments are ignored by the compiler. It is not a part of the program. It is only to understand the program, what is the title of the program, who is the writer of the, what is the purpose of the program, all these things. So I converted this text into a comment. Comments are ignored by the compiler. So I'm going to create one program in which I will add, I will delete, I will display the records of an employee using list. So you can write down the comment also, program to add, delete, and display the records of an employee using list, like this. So first I will create a list. You know that there are 2 methods of creating a list. One is with the help of list method, you can create an empty list. Another is you can assign an empty square brackets in a variable, and then that variable will become an empty list. So I am creating an empty list. The name of the list is suppose employee. So I am assigning empty square brackets. So you know that with the help of empty square brackets, you can create an empty list. If I want to print the list on the screen with the help of this print statement, when the output you will see empty brackets are displaying, means the list is empty, means it does not contain any elements. Now one more variable I am declaring here, and I am assigning y inside this variable. So I will get the user's response in the form of yes and no. When the user type y, I will perform certain operation. When the user type n, I will perform certain operation. So you know that you can use while loop. So with the help of while loop, you can execute the statements again and again. So when the value of c is y, you know that when this condition is true, the statements written inside the body of the while loop will execute. So I am pressing enter. Now I want to display one menu system. One menu will be displayed on the screen so that user can choose the desired option. So I am printing using triple quote. You know that you can display multi-line string on the screen. So number one is push, suppose. And two, pop. And three, display. And with the triple quote, I am enclose the string, this whole string in triple quotes. So what happens when the condition is true, when the value of c is equal to y exactly, the statement written inside the while will execute. And then I will ask the user. So one more variable I am declaring here, choice equal to, I want to convert the choice entered by the user in integer. So I am using int function. Enter your choice. So this prompt will be displayed on the screen. When the user enters any value, that value will be converted into integer. So you know that this int function converts the string into integer, and that integer number will be stored in this choice variable. Now I can check with the help of if statement. If choice equal to 1, so you know that this push operation means inserting an element in a stack. Pop operation means deleting an element from the stack. Display means traversing the stack and display the value of the stack on the screen. So if choice is equal to 1, it means the user want to enter new information in the stack. So I can ask his employee ID. So suppose I declare one variable, and I can ask enter employee number. So when the user enters his employee number, that number will be stored in this variable. I am not converting that number in int. So let it be in a string form. So the number employee ID will be stored in this variable. Now I can ask his name, input, enter employee name. Now I am creating one more variable. In this variable, I am passing two values inside the parenthesis. So you know that this round brackets denotes the tuple. Tuple is created with the help of these round brackets. So I am creating a tuple. The name of the tuple is EMP. So here I am creating a tuple. Actually, you know that tuple is represented by the parenthesis, the round brackets, and tuple is a immutable data type. You cannot modify the value of tuple. So I am creating this tuple, and then inside the list, I am appending this value EMP. So you know that list contains numbers also, string also, tuples also, list also contain list inside the list. So I am inserting one element inside this list that is in the form of a tuple. So you know that this append method inserts an element at the last position of the list, at the end of the list. Now I'm using elif, and if choice equal to 2, choice equal to 2 means the user want to delete an element from the stack. He is performing pop operation. So first you have to check whether that list is empty or not. So you can check with the help of this relational expression, employee equal to empty bracket. So if the list is empty, deletion is not possible. So you can print stack empty. Deletion not possible. Else, if you want to display the value which is going to be deleted from the list on the screen, you can display those values on the screen. So I am declaring two variable, and then here I am writing employee dot pop. So you know that this pop method removes an element, not only removes an element but also returns the deleted element of the list. So you know that list contains tuples, and tuple 1 tuple contains 2 values. So the first value will be stored in this first variable, second value will be stored in this second variable. Now I can display the deleted value on the screen. Deleted.
सर बट कौन सा वाले को डिलीट करना है, ये कैसे उसमें होगा?
Yes, Suryam.
Sir, which one we have to delete? How can we see?
In the previous class you were absent, that's why you don't know about the stack. Stack is a data structure in which insertion and deletion is possible only from one end, means at the last, at the top of the stack. So you know that this pop method removes the last element of this list, and append method insert at the last, at the end of the list. So this pop will remove only the last element of the list. So with the help of diagram, I want to show you. Suppose you have a glass tube. So inside this glass tube, if I enter some balls, whose size is about touching the edges of this glass tube, suppose, and then one more ball, one more ball, so this type of data structure in which the insertion and deletion is possible only at one end. Now you can see you cannot remove this red ball without removing these two balls. So the last element which is inserted in the list will be removed first. So first this blue ball will be removed, then only this green ball will be removed, then only this red ball will be removed. So the stack has a property in which the element which is inserted at the last will be removed first. So this data structure is also called last in, first out. Means the last element inserted will be deleted first. So this is the concept of structure. This is the concept of stack. Stack comes into a data structure. Data structure means you can arrange the data on the basis of some mathematical or logical algorithm. Now you understand, Suryam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So stack has a property in which the last element inserted must be deleted first. So this pop will, this pop method always removes the last element of the list, though you can remove the middle element also by passing an index. That I don't want to do because I am implementing the concept of stack with the help of this list. So if I want to remove the last element, I can use pop. Deleted records are, you can display the record, employee ID and rename. Elif choice is equal to 3. So you want to traverse the list. So one by one item should be displayed on the, or you can directly print the list on the screen. So let's take a variable, new variable top. Suppose top is equal to length of employee.
सर एलिफ एक वो स्टेप पीछे आएगा.
Yes, very good. So I am declaring one variable top is equal to length. You know that this length function returns the length of the list. Length of the list means the number of elements in the list. Now one more. Look, you can use top is greater than 0. You can print, because if top is equal to 0, it means the list is empty. So if top is greater than 0, you can display with the help of index. You know that you can access the list element with the help of index also, and index must be written inside the square bracket. So employee top minus 1. So if length, you know that index begins from 0. So suppose the length is 3, but the index of this blue ball is 2. That's why I'm writing top minus 1. So top minus 1, so 3 minus 1, 2. So the index of this blue ball is 2, 0, 1, 2. You know that each and every element in the list is represented by its index. So index of this is 1. This index of this ball is 0. This is 1 and this is 2. That's why I am calling top minus 1. So index is 2. So this ball will be removed. Now after removing the element, you have to decrement the value of top like this. Suppose this blue ball is removed. So the top becomes green ball. The one. So you have to decrement the value of the top. And you know the one more concept that with the loop also we can use else statement. So when the condition becomes false, this else statement will. Now I am displaying the else with this if else, not with while loop, but the last element else. Print. Suppose a user enters any other choice other than 1, 2, 3. So I can display one message on the screen, wrong input. And then again, I will ask the user Do you want to continue? Type Y or N. This is the complete program. Let's see whether this program is giving the correct output or not. I hope you have written this whole program in your notebook. If you have not written, then I can give you some time so that you can note down this whole program in your practical notebook. Have you written it?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 students are attending my class. Let's take the attendance. So I'm downloading the attendance. You can see on my screen, there is a automatic attendance system. So this is the today's attendance. Suryam Patle, Prince, Pankaj, Vishal, and Om Bagresh are attending this class. So 6 members including me. So this is the attendance of today's class. Have you noted down this program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, let's run this program. See, invalid syntax. So what is the error? Why this error is occurring?
So comma is not there.
Comma, yes, very good. So I'm correcting this mistake. So comma should be there. You know that inside the print statement, if you want to display various data on the screen, those data values must be separated by comma. Now again run this program. So it is displaying the menu, but that menu contains space, so it is not displaying in a proper way. So I will make some changes. I will modify this program. So this should be like this. Now it is displaying in a proper way. Push, pop, and display, enter your choice. So this is the technical name for insertion and deletion in a stack. So insertion operation is called a push in computer science. Deletion operation in a stack is called pop in computer science. So if I enter choice number 1, so what happens? Yes, you want to ask anything, Surya?
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, sir, as you have done, print statement is under while loop. And
Yes.
सर तो फिर जो 2.pop लिखा है वो भी प्रिंट जहाँ से चालू है वहीं से होना चाहिए ना.
You can look at the programs first. This print statement will execute. So this menu is displaying on the
जहाँ लिखा है
screen.
वो प्रिंट से ही चालू होना चाहिए ना, प्रिंट जहाँ लिखा है वहां से.
Yes. Look, empty list is created. Y is assigned to C, and then while loop C is equal to Y. Yes, C equal to Y. So all these statements written inside the while loop will execute. So all these statements are written inside the while loop only. All these statements which I selected is written inside the while loop only.
सर एक बार 2.pop के पीछे 2 स्पेस देके देखिए.
Oh, look, this is a triple quote I am using. Triple quote. Triple quote is displaying multi-line string on the screen. Multi-line string. With single quote and double quote, you can display single line string on the screen. And this triple quote is used to display multi-line string. Multi-line string means I press enter and this string. This is a multi-line string, means the string which contains multiple lines. Look, I want to explain you. with the help of another example. If I write print and then double triple quotes, so inside this triple quote I can write multi-line string like this, and then close the triple quotes. So this is a multi-line string actually, the string which contains multiple lines, and you can display multi-line strings on the screen with the help of this print statement. Look, what is the output? So multi-line string is displayed on the screen with the help of triple quotes. If you have a confusion, you can use single line string also like this. Push and then /n and then /n like this.
तो अगर हम सिंगल कोट्स में नेक्स्ट लाइन पे लिखेंगे तो फिर क्या होगा?
It will give an error. Look. Suppose you are using single quote and you are writing multi-line string. So it will give an error. End of line while scanning string literal. So you can write multi-line string with the help of triple quote only. So if you are not able to understand, then you can write like this: push /n pop /n display. So you know that this /n is a special character and it always displays the text in the new line. This is called a new line character.
लास्ट वाले /n की तो जरूरत नहीं है ना?
It is not required, but if you want some space after displaying the menu, you can put a blank line after this. So let's see the output. So there is a blank line. Have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Please clear all your doubts if any doubt arises in your mind. So it is displaying one menu: number 1 push, number 2 pop, number 3 display, and it is asking enter your choice. So if I enter 1, so it is asking enter employee number. Suppose I type 1201, it is asking employee name. So suppose I type Suryam. So it is asking, do you want to continue? So if I type Y, again this menu will be displayed on the screen. If I type N, the while loop will terminate. So if I type yes, so it is asking push, pop, display, enter your choice. So this time I am entering 3. So it is displaying the record 1201 Suryam. Do you want to continue? Yes. So again I want to enter one more value 1. So it is asking employee number, so 1202, and then employee name. Suppose I type Pankaj. Do you want to continue? Yes. So again it is displaying the menu. So this time I am entering 3. So you can see the top element is Pankaj because it is inserted at the last. So I am displaying the list on the screen with the help of index. So in this way, if suppose one more data I want to enter, Y, enter your choice, this time 1203, and then I will type Prince. Got it? Do you want to continue? Yes. Now display. So you can see 3 records are displaying on the screen. Now, do you want to continue? Yes. Now I will perform the pop operation. So I am entering choice 2. So as soon as I enter 2, It is displaying deleted record. It is not asking which record you want to delete, because in stack you know the last element inserted will be deleted first. So last element I inserted Prince Gate, so it is returning that value 1203 Prince Gate deleted. Do you want to continue? Yes. So display. Now only 2 records are displaying on the screen. In this way, this program is working perfectly. I hope you understand the concept of stack. So keep in mind, you can also create such type of program. There are so many applications in which the concept of stack is required. So now if you want to continue, I am typing no. So while loop will be terminated, and you know that program is running successfully. Do you have any doubt? If you want to ask any question, you can ask. Any question you want to ask, Vishal?
No, sir.
Suryam?
No, sir.
So please note down this concept of stack. One more data structure is there, queue. But the CBSE has reduced the syllabus. Otherwise, I would explain the concept of queue also. In queue, the concept is first in, first out, means the first element inserted will be deleted first. That is called first in, first out. So in your syllabus, there is a stack only, push pop using a list. So this much syllabus we have completed, unit 1. Most of the topic we have completed in unit 1. Now there are only 3 units in your syllabus. So after 2-3 days, after taking some test and some assigning homework, I will start this unit number 2, computer networks. And then the last chapter is, you already know about database management. SQL commands are there. One new topic is there, interface of Python with an SQL database. So today only 3 or 4 students had attended my class. Maybe there is some network issue or any other problem. So if you have maintained your notebook, please maintain the index in that notebook which contains the date and the topic I taught you online. Because on 11 September, there is a virtual inspection by our higher officials. So on that day, I recommend that you should you should turn on your camera on that day with your school uniform. They will definitely ask some questions about the online classes, about the success of those online classes of all the subjects. So be ready for that virtual inspection on the date of 11 September. And be ready with all your notebooks, classwork, homework, and practical notebook. Tomorrow I will submit you the list of all the practicals which you have completed, which you have to return in the practical notebook. So I will provide the list and I will provide the hint solution of all those practicals. So you should, if you don't have a practical notebook, you should go for it, purchase it from the market. Any type of practical notebook, just as you create in physics and chemistry, you can maintain the practical notebook of computer science. So it is almost 10:20. I know that your data pack is very valuable. So I request you all to leave this class by clicking on that leave call button, which is located between the microphone and the video camera. Thank you.